1 week before my birthday, exactly 7 days before I turned 30, my mother sent a message. Wear something simple. No drama. This day is about reflection. Reflection? For a birthday? Something felt off. But here's the truth about being the responsible daughter in a toxic family. You ignore red flags because you're tired of being called dramatic. For years, I had been the provider. When my dad's business failed, I paid. When my sister needed university fees, I paid. When my mom wanted to renovate the kitchen, I paid. And every time I hesitated, after everything we've done for you, that sentence was their weapon. The night arrives. The hall was bigger than I expected. Too big, 40 chairs arranged in a semicircle. A podium, a screen, and a slideshow already paused on my childhood photo. The banner read, Alina's Accountability Night, 30 Years of Lessons. Not happy birthday. Lessons. My hands went cold. Guests started arriving. Relatives I hadn't seen in years. My ex-fiancé Danish walked in. Why was Danish here? We broke up 2 years ago. Because I found messages. But my parents blamed me. You overreacted. That night, I understood why he was invited. This wasn't a celebration. This was a trial. The first attack. My mother went first. She spoke softly, like a concerned parent. Alina has changed. Changed. A word that means she stopped tolerating us. She listed things. Moving out, refusing to co-sign a loan, saying no to arranged marriage pressure, spending money on therapy instead of family. People nodded. My father stood next. He pulled out a printed list titled Patterns of Selfishness. My childhood was on that list. At age 10, argumentative. At 16, disobedient. At 23, financially secretive. Financially secretive. After giving them millions, then came the worst part. My sister stepped forward and lifted her phone. She was recording. For awareness, she said sweetly. TikTok Live. My humiliation. Content. The psychological trap. Then Danish stood up. He didn't look at me. He looked at the crowd. I loved her, he said dramatically. But she's cold. She records everything. She doesn't trust anyone. The room gasped, and that's when I smiled. Because yes, I record everything. You learn to when your reality gets rewritten daily. They thought it was paranoia. It was preparation. My turn, when they finally handed me the mic, they expected tears, apology, submission. Instead, I said, thank you for organizing this. I actually prepared something too. The projector flickered. Slide 1 appeared. The money, a full spreadsheet. 5 years of transactions, rent payments for their house, loan clearances, hospital bills, cash transfers. Total amount, 5.2 million rupees. Gasps filled the room. I zoomed into a specific month, the same month they accused me of being selfish for refusing another loan. I had already paid 3 that month. My father's jaw tightened. Family helps family, he muttered. Yes, I replied. Exactly. The jewelry. Next slide. Security footage. My sister entering my old apartment, leaving with my gold set, the same set we filed a police complaint for. Robbery. Her face drained. You told me to say it was stolen, she whispered to my mother. The microphone caught it. Silence exploded. The affair. Then came the messages. Screenshots between my mother and Danish, her encouraging him to be patient because my salary was increasing. Planning engagement after my promotion bonus. I played an audio clip. My mom's voice. Once she signs the house in your name, she'll calm down. The room froze. Danish tried to interrupt. Too late. I pressed play again, his voice laughing with a friend. She's basically an investment. Someone in the back cursed loudly. The hidden account. Then I showed something none of them expected. A joint business account. In my father's name, funded with money I transferred, quote, for family emergencies. Except there were no emergencies. Just investments under his name only. You said we were struggling, I said quietly. My aunt stood up. You borrowed from her while telling us you were broke? My father couldn't answer. The chain reaction, everything unraveled fast. My aunt demanded separation from my father's business. My cousin exposed that my sister had borrowed money from her too. Danish's current girlfriend, yes, she was invited, saw the messages in real time. She walked out. Within 20 minutes, my aunt ended her 18-year marriage. 2 cousins cut financial ties. Danish lost both women. My sister's engagement collapsed. My father lost business partners. My mother lost her perfect narrative. 6 relationships ended, not because I attacked, because I stopped protecting lies. The most powerful moment, after everyone left, my mom looked at me and said, "You embarrassed us." Not, "We're sorry." Embarrassed? That's when I realized something important. They weren't hurt by what they did. They were hurt that others saw it. There's a difference. I took the cake, walked outside, lit 1 candle, and whispered, "I forgive myself." Blew it out. That was the first peaceful birthday of my life. 3 months later, my father tried to call, not to apologize, but to ask me to clarify misunderstandings. My sister blocked me publicly, then messaged privately asking for money. Danish tried to say he was pressured. I didn't respond. Silence is powerful when you're no longer seeking validation. I moved cities, started therapy, built friendships that didn't require sacrifice. And here's the truth nobody tells you. When you leave a toxic family system, it feels like grief. Because you're mourning people who are still alive. Deeper lessons from this story. 1. Boundaries expose people who rely on your guilt. 2. Financial abuse inside families is still abuse. 3. Being labeled cold often means you stopped tolerating manipulation. 4. Documentation is not cruelty. It's protection. 5. The moment you stop defending yourself emotionally, manipulators lose control.